Why, hi there, I'm Ron Chuckin, and Box Score Communications presents Boston Red Sox Replay 2004. Tonight, from Skydome in Toronto, the Toronto Blue Jays host the Boston Red Sox. And tonight we have a matchup between Miguel Batista from the Blue Jays and Curt Schilling from the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox are 7-7. That is 2 games below their real-life record of 9-5 at this point in the season. They did in real life take to the first 2 games against the Blue Jays, just like you've seen in this replay. And a win tonight, if they sweep them, they will go to 8-6 and be 1 game off, or 8-7, 1 game off their 2004 pace. So here's the lineup tonight for the Red Sox. Johnny Damon will lead off and play center field. He had last night off. Bill Miller bats second and plays third. David Ortiz is back at the familiar DH spot, and he will bat third. Manny Ramirez in left, batting fourth. Kevin Millar, who's riding a 10-game hitting streak, will bat fifth and play first. Jason Varitek behind the plate tonight, batting sixth. Mark Bellhorn goes back to seventh. He had the big 3-run homer yesterday. Gabe Kapler, the right fielder, bats eighth, and Cesar Crespo in for Pokey Reese. He will bat ninth and play short with Curt Schilling on the mound. Here's the defense for the Toronto Blue Jays. It's Frank Calzadano in left, Vernon Wells in center, and Clark, who pinch hit late in last night's game, will play right. He is below average and arm and range. Eric Hinsky will play third. Chris Gomez is your shortstop. Orlando Hudson is at second. Carlos Delgado at first. And Kevin Cash behind the dish for Miguel Batista. Miguel, this will be, I believe, his 4th start. He has an 0-1 record with a 7.31 ERA, 16 innings, 28 hits, 3 homers. He has walked 7 and struck out 8, and is good for 110 pitches. So we're glad to have you with us for the conclusion of this 3-game set. The Sox will go from here to the not-so-friendly confines of Yankee Stadium for 3. Damon at 288, 3 homers and 10 RBI. And he flies this one to left center. Wells to the track to start and make the catch to start the game. Bill Miller, who has really scuffled, 175, 2 homers and 6 RBI. It's a fly ball to right. Clark is there, 2 out. So a good start for Batista. I'll bring up David Ortiz, who is slumped in the series. 321 now, 4 homers and 17 RBI. Ortiz hits a ground ball on the line and left, and that'll be a single. Past a diving Hinsky, Calzadano throws it into second. Ortiz is on with at first, and here's Manny. Ramirez at 259, 4 homers and 9 RBI. Here's the pitch. Here's a line drive right to the wall and left. Calzadano has it. Ortiz will round third. Ramirez will hold. Here's the throw at the plate. Ortiz is safe. The throw was not in time. A good relay from Gomez, but Ortiz just beat it out, and the Red Sox score first. Yeah, I'll bring up Kevin Millar, who's at 260 with 2 homers and 4 RBI. Here's the pitch. Here's a line drive in the left. Calzadano comes up with it, and that retires the side. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. The Red Sox get on the board first. Toronto gets a chance to answer right in a second. So Curt Schilling, 3 starts. This will be his 4th start. A 3.79 ERA for Curt, 2-0 the record, 19 innings, 20 hits, a home run. He has walked 3 and struck out 20. And this will be the lineup he faces. Howie Clark will lead off and play right. Frank Calzadano bats second. Vernon Wells, the center fielder, bats third. Carlos Delgado cleans up. Phelps Josh will bat fifth. I know I sound like Yoda. Eric Hinsky bats sixth. Kevin Cash bats seventh. Orlando Hudson bats eighth. The shortstop Chris Gomez bats ninth. The defense around Schilling this evening: Manny Ramirez in left, Johnny Damon in center, Gabe Kapler in right, Bill Miller at third, Cesar Crespo is at short. That's his best position. Mark Bellhorn is at second. Kevin Millar at first, with Varitek behind the plate tonight catching Schilling. Here's Clark, who struck out in his first plate appearance in the 9th inning last night. That was his first appearance of the year. And Clark gets a pop-up. Bellhorn moves over a shade, and there's one away. Frank Catalanato at 208, no homers and 2 RBI. Pitch to him, struck him out. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. So that's the first strikeout for Schilling. Here's Vernon Wells. Wells at 241, a homer and 5 RBI. Here's the pitch. He strikes out. Swung on and missed on a changeup at 80. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 down. It's Boston 1, Toronto nothing. Jason Varitek. He's 22 for 44 on the year. That's 500 with 5 homers and 9 RBI. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. Clark is there. 1 out. Mark Bellhorn hit the big 3-run homer yesterday. 295, 3 homers and 9 RBI. He will strike out more than he has hits. In the real season, he struck out 177 times to his 138 safeties. This year, he has struck out, this cyber season, he has 16 strikeouts and 13 hits. And he draws a walk. So Bellhorn on first for Gabe Kapler, who had a monster day yesterday, a double and a triple, now at 154 on the year with no homers and 3 RBI. He hits a fly ball to center. Wells is over, makes the grab. Bellhorn will hold, 2 out. Cesar Crespo, the batter. Cesar at 118, no homers and 2 RBI. He hits a ground ball deep into the hole, but Hudson makes the grab from behind a bag and flips over to first to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1.5 down. Boston 1, Toronto nothing. Carlos Delgado at 327, 1 homer and 7 RBI. Delgado hits a ground ball to Millard, takes it to first himself for the out, 1 out. Josh Phelps, the batter. Josh at 275, 3 homers and 9 RBI. Phelps hits a fly ball to left. Manny's there, 2 out. Eric Hinske, the batter. Eric at 321, homer and 8 RBI. He strikes out. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. So the side goes down in order again. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2, it's Boston 1, Toronto nothing. Johnny Damon will lead it off here in the 30s, 0 for 1 in 2 innings. And Batista threw 37 pitches to get through the side the first time. 2 innings, 2 hits, a run it was earned, and a walk. Damon popped up. Clark moves over and makes the drop. He dropped it. They kind of got caught in no man's land. They lose out in the lights. There isn't real lights around home plate as there are around the entire stadium, and I think he lost. And the lights, it drops in for a base hit. Well, Damon will take that, and here we'll bring up Bill Miller, who's 0 for 1. Miller, well, they're going to throw back Damon to first. Miller doesn't change the stolen base percentage. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Here's a fly ball to left. Center, Wells is there, 1 out. So Miller just hasn't hit anything this month of April. He's down to 169. Here's Ortiz. Ortiz singled and scored the lone Red Sox run in the first. Here's the pitch. He draws the walk. So Damon on second, Ortiz on first for Manny Ramirez, who doubled and drove in Ortiz in the first. Here's the pitch from Batista. Popped up. Infield fly roll in effect. Hudson is there, 2 out. He's in foul territory. Kevin Millar, the batter. Kevin is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Here's a line drive right to Hinske. Nice play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Sox string in 2 after 2.5. They still lead 1-0. So Kevin Cash, the batter. Kevin is at 135. No homers and 4 RBI. Schilling delivers. There's a ground ball to Miller. Throws to Millar for the out. Close play. Crowd thought he was safe, but he was out. Orlando Hudson, the batter. Orlando at 348. 1 homer and 10 RBI. Through 2 1/3, Schilling has thrown 25 pitches and struck out 3. Here's the pitch. Here's a pop-up. Crespo should be able to get this one. He does, and there's 2 away. Chris Gomez, the batter. Gomez is 3 for 6 on the year. That's 500. No homers and 2 RBI. Schilling delivers. There's a fly ball deep to left. Back goes Manny. And he makes the catch on the track to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3, it's Boston 1, Toronto nothing. Jason Varitek, Mark Bellhorn, and Gabe Kapler here to lead the bat in the 4th. Jason is 0 for 1. Batista at 60 pitches through 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and he's walked 2. Here's the pitch. Varitek draws a walk. Mark Bellhorn, the batter. Bellhorn walked his first time up. And he loses Bellhorn on a 3-0 pitch. So 8 pitches, 8 balls. Kapler, who better not be swinging at anything here, is 0 for 1. And an infield fly rule is called as Gomez catches it at second, or at short for the first out. 71 pitches now for Batista. Crespo, the batter. Crespo is 0 for 1. Varitek on second, Bellhorn on first. 1-0 Sox here in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Crespo hits a fly ball to right. Clark is there. He makes the grab. Varitek will hold at second. And that'll bring up Johnny Damon. Johnny is 1 for 2. He is singled. Here's the pitch. And they got him on swinging. He chased an 0-2 pitch out of the zone, and the Red Sox get squat out of that. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3.5 down. Boston 1, Toronto nothing. Curt Schilling got through the first 9 batters in a economical 29 pitches. In 3 innings, he struck out 3. That's it. Clark is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Miller is there by the bag at third for the first out. Frank Coronado, who struck out his first time up. Ground ball to Crespo. Throws to Millar. Just in time. It's an eyelash. So a bang-bang play. 2 out for Wells, who struck out his first time up. And here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball base hit in the left. So Wells has the first Toronto base runner. It's the first hit. Schilling retired the first 11 in order before that single. Carlos Delgado was retired his first time up. And Schilling gets him to swing on and a miss. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Gem so far from Schilling after 4. It's 1-0 Boston. Bill Miller, the batter. Bill is 0 for 2. And he draws a walk. So Batista now at 87 pitches of the scheduled 110. 4 innings, 3 hits. He has walked 5 and struck out 1. The Red Sox are going to come back to rue these chances if they lose this game. 1 run on 3 hits for Boston. They've stranded 6. Toronto has no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they've stranded 1. Ortiz, the batter, he has singled and walked, is 1 for 1, and scored the lone Boston run. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. Back goes Clark and makes the grab on the track. Manny Ramirez, the batter. Manny had drove in Ortiz in the first for the lone run. He's 1 for 2. With a double. Here's a ground ball to Gomez. He flips to Hudson for 1 over Delgado for 2 to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Halfway home, it's the Red Sox 1, the Blue Jays nothing. And listeners in Rutland, don't forget to listen to Bob Bascom tomorrow morning on WSYB Rutland, AM 1380, where we serve you best. Bob's been gone for a while. Josh Phelps will lead us off in the 5th for Toronto. Eric Hinsky and Kevin Cash to follow. Phelps is 0 for 1. Schilling delivers. There's a ground ball foul. 1 and 2 to count. 4 strikeouts for Curt through 4 innings. 1 and 2. Here it comes. Make that strike 3. He watched it go by for the 5th strikeout of the night. Eric Hinsky, who's one of those 5, is next. He's 0 for 1. Hinsky hits a high fly ball to the left. Ramirez is there. 2 out. Kevin Cash, the batter. Kevin is 0 for 1. Cash hits a high fly ball to center. Damon is at the track and makes the grab. The crowd thought that was better hit than what it really was. Another perfect inning for Schilling. We played 5 and it's 1-0 Boston. So Kevin Millar is 0 for 2 with Varitek and Bellhorn to follow. Millar hits a ground ball right to Batista, throw to first for the first out. Veritek is 0 for 1 with a walk. Jason draws his second walk. That will be 6 for Miguel. Batista at 101 of his 110 expected pitches. Here's Bellhorn, who has walked twice. Pitch to Marquez, a ground ball, fly ball right to right field and right at Clark for the second out. Kapler on second, at the plate rather, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. He draws a walk. So again, the Red Sox threaten. They've stranded 6 for Cesar Crespo, who was 0 for 2. I got it bad in the third time. Batista delivers, and Crespo strikes out on a 1-2 pitch. The Sox strand 2 more. Oh, past the Maylocks. 5.5 in the books. The Red Sox won, the Blue Jays nothing. So Schilling will face Hudson, Gomez, and Clark. Hudson is 0 for 1. Schilling delivers, and there's a strikeout. 0-2 pitch. Schilling is just pulling him on a string. In 5 1/3 innings, he's allowed a hit and struck out 6. 53 pitches so far. Gomez is 0 for 1. Gomez is now 1 for 2 as there's a ground ball on the left. That's the second Toronto hit. Howie Clark, the batter. Howie's 0 for 2. Schilling delivers, and there's a line drive, pass all the way to the wall. Gomez will hold at third. Clark stops at second with a double, and Schilling slams the ball on his glove as Frank Coronado comes up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. I'm not going to walk Coronado to face Wells, so the infield comes in. And that worked like a lead balloon. That's a line drive, base hit in the center. Damon will haul it in. The run score. Gomez will score, and the game is tied at 1. Game is tied at 6. The game is tied at 1 in the 6th. So now they'll set up for 2. Wells at the plate. Clark at third. Coronado at first. Wells is 1 for 2 as one of the 4 Blue Jay hits. Schilling just beside himself. The Red Sox offense has let him down so far today. There's a ground ball, line down the line and left. That will score Clark. And the Blue Jays go ahead 2-1. Delgado the batter. Carlos is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Here's a pop-up in the right field. Kapler is there for the second out. So Schilling was cruising right along. In fact, pitch count-wise, he still is cruising right along at 66. But the Red Sox have traded 8 runners and have had 11 base runners. So I don't know how many base runners. They've had a ton, and they've only had 1 run to show for it. Phelps is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He goes down by way of the K. So 2 runs on 4 hits, and not a good inning. No errors. We played 6. The Blue Jays have gone ahead 2-1. That's it for Batista, and Terry Adams comes in. Terry's ERA has dropped to a very paltry 19.8. He's 0-2, 5 innings, 18 hits, a home run. He has walked 5 and struck out 2. And they'll be at the top of the order here for Boston. Damon, Miller, and Ortiz. Damon is 1 for 3 with a single. And he draws a walk. Another Red Sox base runner on by a walk, and I'll bring up Miller. Hit one is on. Miller hits a fly ball down the right field line. Foul. So 1-2 now. Here's the pitch to Miller. There's a ground ball right to Adams. Throws to second for the force. So it's 1-6. There was no throw to Miller, so he'll reach on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Ortiz. David is 1 for 2. He is singled, scored, and walked. 2-1 Toronto. They got them both in the 6th. The Red Sox got one in the 1st. Here's the pitch. Ortiz lifts this one high in the shallow short. Gomez is there, 2 out. Manny Ramirez doubled home the only Red Sox run today in the 1st. Now 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. Line drive deep to left. Coronado goes over in the corner and makes an Argos receivers coach proud as he makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, no hits, no errors. Stretch time in Toronto, 2-1 Blue Jays. So as Schilling takes the mound for the 7th, it'll be Eric Hinske, Kevin Cash, and Orlando Hudson. Hinske is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And there's a ground ball to Crespo. Throw to first, 1 out. Kevin Cash, the batter. Kevin is 0 for 2. Schilling delivers. Strike 3. 1-2 pitch. That's 8 for Schilling. Orlando Hudson, the batter. Orlando is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Got him! Swung on and missed. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We played 7. Jason Frazier. F-A-R-S-O-R comes in the pitch to start the 8th. Jason kind of looks to me like Opie. His hair's usually a little longer than it is in this picture, but a little redhead. He kind of looks like Opie from the Andy Griffith Show, Ron Howard. Anyway, he'll be in to face Millar, Veritek, and Bellhorn. Kevin would like to get the hit to extend his hitting streak to 11. Is the batter? He's 0 for 3. He's hit in 10 straight games, but has 13 hits on the year. Here's the pitch. He draws a walk, which I'm sure he'll take. So he's the tying run here in the 8th. The Red Sox is trying to dine. All that's missing is Bob Stanley out of this. Jason Veritek has walked twice and is 0 for 1. Pitch to Veritek. He strikes out. 0-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. 1 out for Bellhorn, who is 0 for 2, or 0 for 1 with 2 walks. How many walks? The Red Sox have walked 9 times today. They've had 12 runners and scored 1. Batista, his book is closed. 6 innings, 3 hits, a run it was earned. Walked 7 and struck out 2. So Bellhorn is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And he strikes out. 1-2 pitch right down Broadway. Here's Kapler, who walked and is 0 for 2. He gets a ground ball to Gomez, who flips it over to Hudson to retire the side. They get the force, no runs, no hits, no errors. We played 7.5. It's still 2-1 Toronto. Schilling looking for the 8-inning complete game. Well, he would gladly give way in the 9th if the Red Sox could score. Gomez is 1 for 2. Chris has singled and scored. Did that in the 6th. Ground ball to Bellhorn. Throws it across, 1 out. Howie Clark, the batter. Howie 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. He hits a line drive base hit into left field. Josh Towers will pinch run at first. You see Towers there with the Dodgers. No real speed whatsoever, and is not going to steal. Coronado, the batter. Frank is 1 for 3. He is singled, struck out, and driven in 1 or 2 runs. Here's the pitch. Schilling gets him to strike out on an 0-2 pitch. That's 10 for Curt. Wells, the batter. Wells is 2 for 3 with an RBI. 2 singles and a strikeout. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball to left. Ramirez will watch it hit the wall. Towers will round third. Here's the throw. Here's the play at the plate. Veritek puts on the tag. Not in time. It's 3-1. So here's Delgado, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Here's a line drive to Bellhorn. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. We've played 8. This has just been a day the Red Sox would like to forget. They need some runs. We go to the 9th. Toronto 3, Boston 1. Frazier will face... I don't think we're facing Crespo. Uh-oh. I hit the wrong button and I'm not going to delete it, so I couldn't get to the pinch hitter. Crespo grounds out to Hudson to start the 9th. Ouch. Ouch. They'll be writing about this one in the Globe tomorrow. Ouch. Johnny Damon is 1 for 3. He has struck out, singled, also walked. Here's the pitch. He draws the walk. So Justin Spire will come in to pitch. Spire trying to knock this one down. 1-0 the record with 2 saves. He is shooting for his third here. Has an ERA of .386, 9 innings, 5 hits, 2 home runs. He has walked 2 and struck out 8. And Miller, who is so overdue that he's either the library book you forgot under your bed or your girlfriend 9 months in. Miller is 0 for 3 with a walk. Damon is on first. Damon goes. The throw. Nope. What happened here? Miller swung at it. So what was supposed to be a hit and run, was supposed to be a straight steal, turns into a botched hit and run. David Ortiz, the last chance for the Red Sox. He is 1 for 3. He has singled, scored the low run of the game in the first for Boston, and walked. Spire delivers. Ortiz will pop it up. Delgado is there, and that's the ball game. The Blue Jays take the last game of this series 3-1, and we'll have the totals for you in a moment. Well, in the annals of Red Sox history, this will not go down as one of the most best managed games of all time, as we couldn't get Crispo removed for a pinch hitter, and the Red Sox walked a total of 10 times and scored 1 run. So let's go through the totals. The Red Sox got that run in the first. That was it. They stranded 11. 1 run and 3 hits and no errors. Toronto moves to 5-10. They are still in dead last in the American League East. They scored 2 in the 6th when Schilling finally had a human inning, and 1 in the 8th. They had 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Curt Schilling goes the distance. In 8 innings, he allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked none and struck out 10. You can't ask for better than that, except for that one couple bad pitches in there. Just great stuff. I wanted to tell you that Reed Johnson came in the game and right. Miguel Batista gets the win. That's his first. He is now 1-1 of the year. Through 6 nice innings, 3 hits, a run. It was earned. He walked 7 and struck out 2 and tap danced all the way through that. Adams and Frazier with holds, and Justin Spire picks up his 3rd save, going 2/3 of an inning. There were no home runs in this game, by the way. As we said, the Red Sox strand 11, the Blue Jays strand 4. There were no home runs. This game took 2 hours and 59 minutes. I still don't think the timing is right in this. Vernon Wells is your Commodore VIC-20 MVP. The Commodore VIC-20 is so easy, so awesome, so 80s, and almost indestructible. All right, from here we go down to New York for 3 against the Yankees, which the Red Sox desperately need. They had the chance to go to 8-6 or 8-7 here. They slipped to 7-8, so they are 2 games beneath their real life pace. So 3 for the Yankees over the weekend, but they did take 2 out of 3 in Toronto, and you're not going to argue that. And they gave the bullpen some much needed relief. They got 2 complete games, one from Pedro and one from Curt Schilling, and a good effort from Tim Wakefield too. So until we talk to you over the weekend, this is Ron Juckett. We'll see you in New York, and we'll talk to you the next time.